Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I've never done this with any of the other reviews that I've done of Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes, but after first looking at the Bloodlust palette, I immediately saw some similarities with other shades he's previously put out, so I thought it would be really interesting for me to do a direct comparison of shades that I think are really similar, and I know that maybe you guys may have had an inkling too, especially if you already own his palettes. So yeah guys, today I'm going to be comparing the similar shades that I found in Bloodlust to the rest of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadows. So if you want to delve into that with me, then please keep watching. And before we get started, make sure you guys have entered to win your very own Bloodlust palette. I am doing a giveaway of the Bloodlust palette here on my channel, along with a crown mirror. So yeah guys, let's jump right into the video. Okay guys, so let's start from the top of the palette and work our way down. So the first shade that I'm going to be talking about is the shade Deviant here. So what I found really similar to Deviant were the shades Gumdrop, which is in Jawbreaker, as well as the shade Expose, which is in Mini Controversy. So if we look at all three of them side by side, we can actually see that they're in fact not as similar as I was thinking. Exposed is super pink, whereas Gumdrop is way more purpley than Deviant. I would say Deviant is in between Exposed and Gumdrop. And moving on to the next shade that I found a little bit similar. So we have the shade here, Beauty Sleep. This is a gorgeous duochrome shade. So this goes from a pink to a gold. A shade that I thought it was really similar to is in the Blood Sugar palette, and that is called Candy Floss. So if we look at the two swatched right next to each other side by side, we can see that they're actually super different. Candy Floss is a very pink, whereas Beauty Sleep, you can clearly tell, is a gold pink shift going on there. So yeah, those are not super similar. So the next thing, and the one that I found most prevalent, like my eye was immediately drawn to, now I know he did mention that this is a brand new formula, but if we look at the shade here, Wet Jewel, which don't get me started on how gorgeous it is. If we look at the shade Wet Jewel and we compare it to the shade Snack that's in Jawbreaker, in my opinion, I thought, like outwardly looking at it, that they were so similar, but when you actually look at them, you can see that Snack is a very pink, whereas Beauty Sleep is clearly a shimmery, glittery, lighter pink. I mean, the pinks are similar, but they're not exactly the same. Because the formulas are so different, I wouldn't really say that they're super similar in any way. Moving on to the next shade. So we have the shade here, Royal Pain, which, can I tell you that I am so excited just to throw this shade in my crease and out the door. It's just one of those perfect shades that goes with absolutely every look. What I thought it was really similar to was, if we look at the Blood Sugar again, there's a shade here called Tongue Pop. Now, I thought these two were super similar, and when I swatched them side by side, you can clearly tell that Tongue Pop is super pink, whereas Royal Pain has a rosy mauve-y tone to it. So while they are a little bit similar, the Tongue Pop is much more of a vibrant pink, whereas the other one is a muted mauvey pink, if that makes any sense. Next, I thought what was really similar, so this shade here, which I really don't like this shade. It's super dry to the touch. It is not creamy like we're used to from Jeffree. Not my favorite red shade that he's come out with. But what I thought it was really similar to is in Jawbreaker, we have a shade called And What? And honestly, really similar. How many different red shimmers can you really come up with? When you look at them side by side, yikes, I hate to even swatch that Bleeding Heart one. Like, it's very rough to the touch. When you look at them side by side, the Bleeding Hearts is a way truer red, whereas And What is like a pinky, reddy, hot pink, hot red vibe going on. It's very similar to shade Cherry Wet here. It seems that Cherry Wet is just a matte version of And What. So those again are different. I thought they were going to be really similar, but they ended up being different. So we have the shade here, High King, which is super pretty, great for blending out the purple. So if we compare this shade here to the shade in Mini Breaker called Foreplay, I thought these were super similar. When we swatch them side by side, we can clearly see that Foreplay is a lot hotter and a brighter pink, whereas the High King is a much more muted purpley pink, if that makes sense. So those are, again, not a dupe of each other. They're not repeat shades. Moving on to Vivid Mood. So this is Vivid Mood here. It's a gorgeous shade. And what I thought it was similar to, again, was in Jawbreaker, we have the shade Gumdrop here, which is kind of similar, right? So if we swatch those side by side, we can clearly see that they are in fact not similar. Gumdrop is a much more pastel-y purple, whereas Vivid Mood is a more true lavendery purple, I would say. So they're a little different in that respect, and again, not dupes of each other and not repeat shades. The last shade that I'm gonna compare is the star of the palette, in my opinion, Blood Queen here. It's the most purpley purple we have in the palette. So I thought, honestly, it's almost a dead ass dupe for Purple Punch here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks so similar. When we swatch them side by side, drum roll people, honestly, let's be realistic, these are almost dead exactly the same. They're very slightly different. I would say Purple Punch is just slightly darker, if anything, but they are really similar. And for it being like one of the darkest and most predominant purples in this palette, I don't think it's the best that it's so similar to Purple Punch. I really wish he added a deeper, more plummy purple in this palette. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I was personally curious to see the differences between the similar shades that he's already put out to the shades that we have here in Bloodlust. And as I've demonstrated, they are not similar except for that one, which is Blood Queen, and Purple Punch are super close. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you enter my giveaway to win your very own Bloodlust palette and your crown hand mirror if you haven't already. And please give this video a like if you like this style of video. Please leave me a comment. Do you think there's any other similar shades in any of the other palettes that I may have missed? What do you guys think? Do you guys think I was way off base here? Please let me know your thoughts. I love talking to you guys. And please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out when you guys subscribe. And I will catch you on the next video. Bye, guys.